Good morning, guys. Getting a very ridiculously late start to the vlog today. Been spending a lot of time this morning working on day job type stuff. Finally finishing up one project and moving on to the other. Got a bunch of specifications from my manager this morning, so I should be able to get started on that. In other news, I got a message from XDA. There's another event that they want me to travel to at the end of October. It's going to involve going to London. I don't really know if that's something I'm going to be doing. I'm talking to my wife about it to see what she thinks about it. Basically, it's right at the Halloween time frame, which, as I've mentioned before, we've got a baby coming up at the end of the year. So that's going to be my wife getting to the third trimester. That's going to be getting to some times where she's not really wanting to be alone. Plus, I'm sure Duncan will have some sort of a sport going on. So I don't know. I mean, it's really hard to turn down a trip like that, especially given the type of stuff they're talking about. I don't know if I should even really go into it, but they're talking about DroidCon London. Sounds like an excellent opportunity, sounds like a lot of fun. And the way they're making it sound, I wouldn't actually have to bring any equipment, so I wouldn't have to bring really expensive cameras and microphones and everything. Basically just the kind of camera that I'm filming on now, just for vlogging stuff if I wanted to. And all of the rest of the stuff would be provided by the event staff, which would be amazing. But again, at the same time, I would be traveling overseas by myself and leaving my wife and son here, and she's not very happy about that because obviously she wants to be able to go on these kind of trips as well. So yeah, I really don't know about it. But anyway, like I said, getting a really late start to the day. It's actually lunchtime or a little after. I just worked straight through the morning. So I've got to run out to the UPS store. I've got to drop off that package so it can go back to Amazon warehouse because Amazon. Of course, what did I do immediately after I made the video last night and finished talking to you guys? I banged my head against the wall, searching through all sorts of different cameras to see what I could find with a flip-up screen that did 1080p 60, and there just aren't that many options out there. The majority of them are huge. I mean, I saw one of you guys mention the Nikon 1J5. I own the Nikon 1J1, which does 1080p 30 frames a second and doesn't have a flip screen. The J5 does have a flip screen and does 1080p 60, but it's an interchangeable lens system, which means that it does not fit in a pocket. So after much deliberation, late last night, I went on Amazon and just went ahead and ordered, you know, willy-nilly I tend to do this kind of stuff, just went ahead and ordered the Canon Vixia Mini X. I was very back and forth about the Mini and the Mini X. The main difference between the two is a little bit of a size difference. The newer one is slightly bigger and takes an SD card instead of a micro SD, but it does have a 3.5mm microphone input. So if I wanted to use it for on-the-road type event videos with a lavalier mic, I could. So I don't know, that might make it worthwhile. I figured I would give it a shot. I don't actually own a lower-end camcorder at this point because I had one, but a friend needed one, so he bought it at a very low price from me. So I figured that I would give this a shot. I've seen loads and loads of YouTubers using it as a vlogging camera, and it has that flip-up screen and a really interesting form factor, so hopefully I like it. But again, it's time to run to the UPS store and pick up some lunch. Alright, package dropped off at the UPS store, no problems there. And you know what? Since I haven't had lunch yet, I think I'm actually going to run into Kroger and pick up sushi. That sounds completely stupid, I know. I normally would get sushi from like a Japanese restaurant or something, but if you haven't tried it before, the sushi at Kroger is not completely terrible. It's not like going to the gas station and buying it or something. Kroger actually has Japanese sushi chefs, so that's hard to say, on staff, you know, in the building right now. So you can go in there and they will fresh make you sushi. I've tried it before and I did enjoy it, so I think I'll do it again. Decisions. Sorts of good stuff here. Well, I decided to go with the spicy roll with brown rice and crab and shrimp. I am confused by what that means. The truck says, get your brap on. We put it in a little soy sauce. Ooh, that was a little bit too much. So, quick thoughts about this. It's got some crab in it, it's got some shrimp in it, it's got the brown rice, comes with some wasabi and ginger, which I will never touch. Love the wasabi though, in moderation. Came with some soy sauce, which of course I stuck in this little teeny ramekin thing. Not bad at all. Spending a little bit of time over my lunch watching some YouTube videos. Stumbled upon this one from a Twitter post from Tom Ska. It's talking about brand deals and how the YouTube creator really gets a bad rap in a lot of the cases because of the way that the brand wants to market their stuff. I've done a few sponsored videos at this point over on my main channel, and I haven't quite gotten to the point of what Dodie's talking about in her video, but I've definitely seen some of that. You know, provided talking points and you must mention this within this amount of time. I haven't really gotten all of that yet, but I'm definitely getting there, which is part of the reason why I don't do a ton of sponsored content. The other reason just being that I don't really feel the need to do that much, and I don't want to put that much sponsored stuff out to my viewers. Bit of a sidetrack there.
And go. Oh,
He's starting out to play Rocket League.
Whee!
Soon enough, he'll be kicking my butt.
Lock my nose.
I've created a monster. He is a soccer lover. So this game is just perfect for him. We're out of focus, but you got a goal. Good job, buddy. First time. Time for more soccer and sandwiches. You'll notice I'm now sitting here alone. Christina decided to take off and run by, what's the place called? Culver's. Culver's is it's a burgers and ice cream place here, but they don't have ice cream. They have custard, frozen custard. I've had it a bunch of times, of course, in the past. That's how one of the reasons I got so big previously. But she's several months pregnant, and she decided it's time for custard. The baby wants custard, so you can't say no, right? You happy now? Yes. Baby happy now? What'd you get?
A concrete mixer.
Right, well, what's in it?
Hot fudge and brownie pieces with vanilla custard.
And we warp to much later in the evening. I'm actually back at home. Duncan's already in bed. Christina's gotten a wild hair about doing stuff for the nursery, so she and I took a few minutes earlier and we went ahead and put together the baby crib, even though it's, let's see, it's the end of August right now and we've got until the end of the year, basically. So she's gotten to that nesting phase a little bit early. But I've spent the majority of the time since I've been home working on the script for the XDA News video. I'm gonna go ahead and start shooting that now. And actually, in case you're curious about that, because this sort of turned into a behind the scenes thing, sort of the way that I do that is I send myself a copy of the script. The teleprompter app that I use is not good. Here is the app, by the way. It is called Remote Prompter. But it used to be able to take a file, and now if you hit that button to try to open a file, it doesn't see anything. So I have to go back, I have to take all of this sample text, do a select all on it, and then delete it. Then go back to the pointer and say paste in all the text that I just copied out, and then I hit the mirror button up here, which flips it around so that I can take it over to my teleprompter, line everything up all nicely with the camera there, and as you can see, I can see it. I've got my tablet hooked up to this Bluetooth keyboard, so then when I'm sitting here at my station and I've got my keyboard up and going, if I hit the 1 key, it goes down. If I hit the 2 key, it goes up. So I get it right about in the middle, and I hit the space bar to start it, space bar to stop it. The up and down arrow on the keyboard here makes it go faster and slower. So for example, I'm going through it. If I hit the up arrow a few times, it starts going faster. The down arrow, it'll start going slower. Spacebar to stop. 1 to go back if I need to redo something. So really very straightforward. Not a great app, but it has definitely gotten the job done for me for quite a while now. And at this point, I go ahead and I flip the little switch on my power strip here. That turns on my super bright lights, gets everything set so that, there you go, that's my normal setup, but you'd be seeing it from this angle. And actually, I'm ready to go ahead and film. I am super duper sweaty now. Part of that is having those lights on, although they're not terribly hot as far as lights are concerned, and part of that is just, I was walking on the treadmill earlier, I've been running around, I was helping to assemble the crib. I'm tired, I'm wet, yeah, it's been a bit of a very long day. Hey, I'll move you guys around. I'm doing things at the same time. Now that I've got the video filmed and you can see there the teleprompter still in the background, I bring it over to my computer, I take the clip itself, I put it in my little folder with all the script information. Actually, it's kind of interesting, I don't know if you guys care or not, I wrote a Ruby script that I actually use to generate the shell for everything. So I run this little script, it reads my RSS reader for me, it pulls out a list of all the stories that I'm going to be talking about, puts it into a skeleton bare bones script with some generic information around it, and then I go in and fill in all the details. Again, not sure if that's something you guys would care about or anything, just something that has saved me countless amounts of hours. And it took me like a couple of hours to write the script total, and a lot of that was just learning how to deal with RSS feeds and Ruby. I'm a programmer, it's something that I do. Anyway, I'm going to take a little bit of time, edit this video together, and move on. Well, I think that's going to be about all for me for today, guys. I managed to get the XDA video wrapped up fairly quickly, and you know, the upload takes about as long as the upload always takes. My upload speed here is not great. I think it's 3 megabits per second, so 350 or 385 kilobytes per second. So, you know, in a video that's normally about 600 to 800 megabytes, maybe more, it takes a little while. So, yeah, just sort of sitting around at this point, relaxing, just trying to cool off a little bit. I got through my 10,000 steps, so I'm feeling pretty good. And watching some daily vloggers, watching some... actually, I found out about Casey Neistat. I've seen his stuff before, but I didn't realize that he treats them as vlogs. I thought they were all kind of artsy pieces. But I saw him on Roman Atwood's daily vlog, and so I'm rewatching some of his videos, and it's really interesting the way he shoots stuff. Not something I'm ever going to be doing, but still very, very cool stuff. And also watching some other videos from the people using the Canon Vixia Mini, or the Mini X, one way or the other. Looks like an excellent camera if you got the right settings and the right lighting, just like a lot of the other Canon camcorders I've used in the past. But this one actually fits in your pocket. That's one of the main reasons I'm even considering it, because it's a Canon camcorder, external mic jack, but it fits in your pocket. So it doesn't have a zoom lens, it doesn't have a ton of storage, it doesn't have any storage built in. I don't know, it should be interesting. It should hopefully be here tomorrow morning. That's one thing I'm really excited about. I would never catch myself saying, hooray, it's coming USPS, United States Postal Service, because normally that means it may show up when it may show up, and it may not show up on the right day and whatnot. But around here, USPS shows up at around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. So actually it's the earliest one that runs. FedEx, DHL, UPS, they all run later in the afternoon or late into the evening. UPS sometimes is like 7 or 8 o'clock at night when it shows up. So USPS, I'm actually pumped about it, even though I paid for 1-day shipping, which is like $4 on Amazon, not a big deal. But it's shipping USPS because it's coming from another place in Kentucky, which is like a couple hours drive from here. I'm done for today. I'm going to sit back and relax a little bit, have a spoonful of peanut butter with honey that my wife bought that's actually quite tasty. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you had a great day too, and I'll see you again tomorrow.